So my name's Alex Bidding, a leader at Alnylam Pharmaceuticals, and we are leading the strategy development for how we price things within the United States, our products, and ensuring quality and optimal access for our therapies with U.S. health insurers. We interface with multiple cross-functional teams, including all the way up to senior leadership within our company. And so in order to effectively communicate very complex topics and areas where people within the organization are not necessarily familiar with, it's important that we have a very clear and concise message and story for our audience to follow. We often, when we're building presentations, we have to build a smart version and a dumb version in order to effectively communicate kind of what we're trying to convey and what we're trying to get across. I think the most important thing is just knowing your audience and being able to understand who's going to be in the room. Pre-wiring is also extremely important so that, one, their challenges, kind of the things that are top of mind or, important in terms of, what's on their plate, what's their responsibilities, and understanding also how they like information. I feel like some people are more visual, some people are more, they like to hear the information. That's how they digest it. And so I think pre-wire, understand who they are, what their responsibilities are. I think that's probably one of the most important things, at least for me, and to tailor a presentation or to convey the message that I want to get across. Before we came on with Prezent, it was time crunch, right? Like it would be an immediate need. We'd have like an overnight request for a presentation. So it was, how do I get all this information in a readable format that people can understand, just the message itself and the content, but let alone how to distill that, how to present that in a way that appeases everybody's needs and wants, that we're going to be presenting to. Fortunately, Prezent, that's alleviated some of those challenges. I think in a very positive way. That's like made my life so much easier in terms of more quickly producing information that I need. I think the initial thing that caught my attention during like the sales experience was the ability to have the repository of 35,000 slides, right? Like, and having that functionality again has been extremely helpful for our team. The slide repository, everything is branded within the Alnylam, corporate deck. It's updated on a regular cadence. We just saw the value in saving time. What I love about it is being able to go in and get ideas about how to better my presentation, right? Whether that's an individual slide, whether it's like the best practice decks. I think those are kind of the key features that I really enjoy about the tool. It's kind of within our own environment. It can learn from how we use the tool, and it only gets better over time. That was a huge, selling point for me personally. At least 50%, if not more, at least for me personally. I'm the type of person where sometimes I can get caught up in the minutia of a particular thing and I get stuck on something, and then before I know it, I lose track of time, and I think all of us kind of get caught up in that some more than others, but I feel like it's definitely made me more productive because I can look at it and I'm like, yep, that looks good enough. It meets my needs. It's going to convey what I need to convey, and I can move on. So it's not like I'm just not getting as stuck as much as I may have in the past. With Prezent, instead of having a few really good slides in your deck, you actually have a better quality overall deck. I can actually take the time with every single slide, whether it's significant or not, and beautify it and make it more visually appealing and be more intentional with the content that I'm putting on there that reads better, that's received better. And then overall, it looks like a more complete package. One of the focuses for last year, for 2023, was we wanted to elevate the brand of our team within the broader organization. And part of that was producing high quality materials, presentations, being very intentional with what we were producing as a team. And I would say, that definitely has helped elevate the quality of our brand as a team. But in terms of how we accomplish that, thinking about the corporate deck and the corporate branding guidelines, knowing that all 35,000 slides kind of meet all of those elements, it's definitely helped us kind of be more consistent. We're all busy, we're all asked to do more every single day, and sometimes that can be a burden. And so if we can eliminate some of the mundane parts of our jobs, I hear a lot of complaints about just building presentations in general. In fact, my last boss, that's why he left our company. He just was sick of having to build slides all the time, and that wasn't his strong suit. And so I think in kind of alleviating that anxiety or that stress of I don't feel like I'm as adequate, right, with my skills. This kind of eliminates some of those fears because it's there at a click of a button, and you can get access to whatever you need, and you don't have to worry about the formatting and all the other issues that come along with that. For me, that was the biggest time suck was the formatting, right? It's like, how am I going to build this story from end to end? And so I think for anybody, it's the saving of time and just the mundane parts of our jobs. It's hard to quantify, but I would say on average, maybe per person, it could be anywhere from, 30 to 50 grand per person, depending on, the amount of time and how much they're spending their day building presentations. There's a lot of rumblings, right? And I get people reaching out and they're like, hey, I heard you're utilizing this tool. Can you tell me about it? I may be interested in that. And I always recommend it because, again, I've personally received tremendous value from the tool. I mean, it's a game changer for building and maintaining presentations and creating best practices. And again, every organization is going to be different in their use case, but for me personally, it's really been revolutionary in terms of how I create and approach building presentations. You get a tool or a service and it's kind of, this is what it is. There's others that are trying to do something similar, but it doesn't seem to be the level at which you guys are leveraging your prior knowledge and experiences in presentation building and kind of applying that to the common employee that doesn't have those skill sets. And so I think you're doing a tremendous job in kind of building that out and really changing the way that we do business and making our life easier. So I just appreciate that.